Hey there, it's Anonymous Tea, where we spill the tea anonymously. Hello, 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 everyone. Hello, YouTubers. Hope you guys are all having an amazing day today, sending good vibes, sending positivity, sending energy, and blessings to each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. So, we're talking Big Brother, and we're talking Big Brother 24 because we have a breakup announcement, you guys. So if you've been living under a rock like I was today, no, I was busy with work and other stuff, but essentially a few hours back, Taylor and Joseph have announced that they have broken up, but they're also on a cruise together currently, you guys. They're also currently on a cruise together. So the statement reads as the following. Joseph and I have decided to, love and support one another as best friends going forward. We recognize this is what's best for the both of our futures at this time. This decision was made with lots of love, care, and acknowledgement of how special our relationship is to the both of us. We want to thank you for the love and support that you've shown us while we've navigated our relationship from friends to lovers and now back to friends. We've seen every message about watching an interracial relationship form impacted you in spite of being the ongoing harassment, and we are touched about how our love has inspired you. Joseph and I will continue to support each other enthusiastically, and we encourage you to do the same as you always have. Ain't no love lost over here. We will always be a part of each other's lives, whether platonic or romantic. We are and always will be JAYLOR. And so Joseph has reposted that onto his page as well. And there you have it, you guys. So a couple of things, right? Because as you guys know, I was Team Taylor. Not Team Taylor. Well, I am Team Taylor. But I supported JAYLOR or whatever. Here's the thing with reality TV couples, you guys. You have to not get yourselves attached to them. And I say that for a reason, because a lot of times there's a lot of nuances, there's a lot of factors, there's a lot of things that become involved, both internally and externally, that ultimately impact these reality TV couples, right? Now, there were a few red flags. So a couple of things as far as them currently being on a cruise. Either they've been broken up for a while and they're on good terms, or they're not on good terms, but this cruise was already pre-planned, and so they're going to put on a front in front of the cameras. Or check out this theory, you guys. They're secretly still together. I know, I'm out there. They're secretly still together, and this is a fake out because they were tired of fans asking them on every time they went on live whether or not they were still together, so that they can navigate their relationship in peace. But real talk, it sounds as though the distance was an issue. It sounds as though Taylor is not willing to move to Florida, and it doesn't sound like Joseph intends on ever leaving Florida because he doesn't want to be too far away from his family. So ultimately, if that is legitimately the reason, as well as the online harassment that was spearheaded by not only some fans, but also some content creators as well, seem to have it out for Taylor, seem to have it out for her that she never, pursued anything romantic with Monty after the show. Like, it was just very weird behavior that was taking place. But there was also some weird behavior that was taking place on Joseph's end too, right? Because I would have thought, since he didn't have as much going on compared to Taylor, that he would visit her more and see her more often. And the more we started to see Taylor out and about, it was less with Joseph, and she was having to, bring in different people. And I started to notice this during the Super Bowl, because I was like, who would miss the opportunity to go to the Super Bowl with Taylor, right? And you would have great seats and everything else. Like, that was when I first was like, something's not right. And she ended up taking Kylan, right? And although Joseph has visited Taylor recently, as in a couple of weeks ago, ultimately we really didn't get much. And also, when they said a while back that they wanted to navigate their relationship privately, usually when reality couples say that, it is because either they are no longer together or there are current issues in the relationship that they want to navigate through privately to see whether or not this is going to be a permanent break, or if they will reconcile in the future. But usually something is off when they announce that they want to go private, right? Because you have to keep in mind, these are reality stars, right? These are reality stars who signed up for a show to be filmed 24/7, right? So it shouldn't technically bother anybody, right? If you are in a relationship with somebody, whether or not they're asking updates on your relationship. Now, I will say, some of the JAYLOR fans are unhinged. It looks like they've immediately deleted their community, like in 2 seconds after the breakup announcements, which I find absolutely hilarious. But, you know, there were some people who were a little unhinged. There were some people who were very inappropriate with some of their comments, especially like sexually directed comments towards Joseph, which I don't even know how they withstood that for so long. But it seemed, though, after a while, I don't want to say that they were faking anything. I don't think that that's in Joseph or Taylor's character. But I will say something has been off recently to where you kind of felt like things were being kept up for appearances, and maybe they were hoping the last ditch effort is that Joseph would have been able to parlay this relationship with Taylor into getting onto another reality show. But it speaks volumes that Joseph has been an alternate now for a second show, and has not been able to make the main cast outright. Which also tells me something, which also tells me that on his end, he's not getting much out of this relationship, right? And why he's probably going to end up going back to law. And every influencer pursues fitness, so that's not really like a gold mine or game changer or things of that nature, because everyone else practically on Instagram that is in shape and has muscles is also a quote-unquote personal trainer / fitness instructor. Also, a couple of things that I found weird is Joseph still follows his situationship, right? The situationship that he supposedly told him that if he did not come back after the 3 weeks he was an alternate for Big Brother 24, that it was over and that they had an on and off thing. I found it very weird that he never unfollowed her. And she started to gain a lot of clout and a lot of followers and would play into the fans and play into, you know, try to post similar stories as Joseph to make it seem like something might be brewing there. And it was very aggravating because my thought process was, if there's nothing going on and you're truly done with the situationship, you and your family should have no issues unfollowing her, and you should have no issue shutting her down, right? And then the other issue was that Taylor was still receiving a lot of bullying and harassment current time by trolls, by other content creators, by all kinds of people, and Joseph stayed silent. And I don't understand that, because if that's your girl, why are you hiding behind the shadows like you did on the show? Like, make it make sense. And recently, Taylor just started to watch back the live feeds and everything else and some of the episodes, and I think it might have made things more clearer for her in terms of who really wrote for her and who is using her for clout. And I think that is why she might have a different perspective on some things. And also, the interview or live or whatever it was that Monty recently did, where he said that he was on the phone with Joseph for a couple of hours, and we know that Monty and Taylor are not on good terms, and we would think that, you know, Joseph would not be good friends with all of the people who have bullied Taylor. That also was a red flag to me, because if you were truly all about Taylor, you would not be friends with the people who bullied her. And that Honduras trip was weird, because I did not understand why you were on a trip with Amira, who, you know, was trolling and calling Joseph her boyfriend. And it was being alleged that they slept in separate bedrooms and all of these things. There was just too many things that were just not adding up. That you would think in, you know, these reality TV couples and long distance and things of that nature, that really kind of put, you know, speculation as to, okay, what really is the tea? What really is going on? And for some reason, there was an immediate exclusive that was released by Us Weekly as well, that did not go unnoticed, because it was like, okay, well, when was this exclusive put together, right? How long ago was this? How long did Us Weekly know about this breakup, right? So, so that's where things come into question, right? And we know a lot of times, as we know with celebrities, whenever they announce a breakup or a split or what have you, it's never when the split actually happens, you guys. It's not like they woke up today and said, hey, we're gonna break up and we're gonna immediately have a press release ready to go. It doesn't work like that, you guys. It doesn't work like that, because you have to coordinate schedules, coordinate meetings, send interview questions and responses and things of that nature. So I definitely think, this potentially was a more recent breakup, as in within the last couple of weeks. But there has been, suspicious things the past couple of months. And the final thing that I wanted to also bring to the attention is, I don't know if you guys remember, a while back last year, I think towards the end of last year, Taylor finally did a interview slash thing with the podcaster who's an astrologist, right? And was trying to predict Taylor's future, right? And basically said things were onward and upward for her, but mentioned around this time that there were going to be people in relationships that were going to show their true colors, that Taylor was not going to be in alignment with them anymore. And I get, it kind of sounds like Taylor is seeing who the real reality stars are and who the real fake ones are. But I can't help but wonder if this also was pointing to the relationship with Joseph as well, that maybe it is not, meant to be, right? And we'll see, right? We will see, ultimately, where this takes the both of them, right? But I was always team Taylor, first and foremost. I'm always going to be supportive of Taylor. I think she is one of the most successful baby alumni that I've ever seen, being able to go to the Super Bowl, going to the Grammys, going to all these A-lister events, New York Fashion Week, Watch What Happens Live. Like, Taylor really has been out here in these streets, really making some big moves, and is on the go, is getting flued out first class to all these events, just recently was judging a pageant, so her career is on the rise, right? Meanwhile, everybody else, a couple people were able to somehow sneak into the Challenge USA Season 2 cast, but ultimately nobody else really has been able to do anything with their BB24 success. And so now we have this announcement today, right? And I know some jailers, I know you guys, some of you are in your feelings, I know some of you guys are upset or whatever, but here's what I want to say to you guys. If you were truly down for Taylor, no matter what, if you were truly against the bullying and harassment of Taylor, and all of those things, you are going to support Taylor whether she is in a relationship or whether she is not. And for me, I kind of checked out of the JAYLOR fanfare quite some time ago, when it kind of just felt as though, it's like, okay, I'm always going to be team Taylor, but, I had my own things, my own suspicions of some things, but I didn't want to say anything at the time because, some people, they have a outrageous fan base, you guys. It rivals the Beehive in terms of how hard in the paint some people go, for JAYLOR. So there's that. So let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post new content on my channel. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again very soon.